Hello, footies, and welcome back to FUT in Review, episode 689. On today's show, we'll discuss AI images on cards. We talk icons, the final launch details, talk about FC points, match outcomes, and of course, Finesse shots. Talking about Finesse, I couldn't do this show today alone. I'm joined by my dear friends, but let's start by introducing hello, James Tolando. Welcome back, my friend.
Hello, John. Good evening, everyone.
It's good to have you on. And of course, Mr. Blue is back as well, making his, third podcast appearance in a short while, and even his second podcast appearance in like 3 days. Welcome back, Graham. How are you doing?
Evening. Thanks very much, John.
It's good to have you back, all my friends. Guys, on this Friday, we spoke about the patch notes, the launch notes, and we said there is no database out yet, unfortunately. We ended the recording. I was editing the show 5 minutes later, and guess what? Database was there. Graham, anything interesting you wanted to highlight out of the database?
I've not went really right through it as much. Quite disappointed with the Rangers players, but it's one of the things we've not been good, so that's just rewards. But as we're saying to you off air, there's a very interesting bronze goalkeeper that plays for Utrecht, 6'11", and with the new Evils, could be a very interesting goalkeeper if you've got the patience for the long-term rewards.
With the long, the lower power creep this year, don't you think it will be like mid-March before he's anything usable?
Possibly, but that's what I said. If you've got the patience for a long-term reward, it could be interesting having a massive keeper with massive stats, but each to their own.
Could be fun. I think that's the fun part about the database hitting. You can finally see those things. Feyenoord has one 5-star weak foot player, one 5-star skill move player, and one 5-star weak foot player. And a couple of golden cards. It was all right. Anything you wanted to highlight there, James?
I touched on it in Friday's episode regarding the Celtic FC cards.
You were one of the favorite clubs that actually got some big push ahead of the database.
Yeah, exactly. So that was nice to see. I think we've got 5 or 6 gold cards, so that's good. And then for the objective for the special cards, I believe you need to score 1 goal within 100 matches in squad battles. So Jota, my Portuguese 77 rated gold common card, will set me up for that, John. So I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, just the usual characters, and we'll just see if we can get lucky in that first hour or two and see if we can pack some monsters.
Yeah. Ben says in chat, but you can join if you are a Patreon supporter, of course. He says, get that massive keeper E-vote and never concede a goal ever again. Oh, sounds like a good plan. I'm not doing it though, but that is because of other obvious reasons. Guys, we ended this show talking about lots and lots of things. But James, I think the most important thing looking forward is, how's the schedule looking? We are recording this on a Monday night. Early release on a Friday night. Anything to highlight in between there?
Well, of course, we've got the web app release. That's in the next couple of days. The streamers will have the game. We'll have a look at the game. We'll see how it goes. And then, of course, I believe Thursday night, 12 p.m. UK time, we can finally play the game. So I hope it goes in fast, John. But also, as a football game, this week we're treated to 3 days of the Champions League. So that's pretty good. So if you think about it that way, 3 Champions League nights and then you get to play the new game. So that suits me.
Graham and myself don't want to talk about Champions League anytime soon anymore.
No, for saying that, James wasn't lucky either. But your point there. If you're watching the Champions League, link up your EA account to a Twitch or a YouTube account. Watch the live stream that EA have. Put it on mute. Just make sure you're keeping it live, and you can earn yourself a few rewards prior to the launch night, as they're giving away rewards for watching the live event tomorrow. And as James says, 12 o'clock on Thursday. If you're Xbox and you're lucky enough, you could pack yourself a wee suitcase and fly away to New Zealand. Get on a couple hours early if you wish.
Yeah, this is the other way around. I used to be able to go on Xbox and take my suitcase, go to New Zealand, start early. But this year my holiday just ended, so now I bring my suitcase back to start the game again. But unfortunately, I'm joining on PlayStation, which means midnight release for me. And I'm getting so old, I might just have to wake up early instead. Well, we'll see. We'll see. AI. I need to discuss AI with you. You have heard it everywhere, and you're gonna hear it on this show as well. Friday, we talked about these silver icons, which we quite liked. I said, hey, these images look funny, but Graham, something was off.
Yeah, unfortunately, AI didn't do a great job producing the image, as Bobby Moore's cuff on his sleeve was skin tones rather than red like his shirt. So obviously a lot of people are unhappy with this.
Yeah, and so unhappy that, and there was such a backlash about EA using AI for their card design on these cards, that on Saturday morning I woke up with a message saying they have removed all the silver icons. I was like, wait, what? What happened here? Just about like, we release the show on a Sunday morning now, so we record on Friday. I was like, this sucks. But then I saw they only removed the images of the card design. James, using AI in card design, basically giving a good command, getting an image out there and use it on the. Is it as woeful as people think it was? Does it matter to you? Does it matter at all?
To be brutally honest, to yourself, lads, and the audience, doesn't really bother me. But from a company perspective and a big company like EA is, then yeah, certainly it would. It would certainly bother me if I was a boss or something. And also, if we employ our graphics department and so on and so forth, and we can't even get this done properly. And also as well, we've had a big hype with FC26. We don't want to go into another. Well, we are now going into another launch based on a mistake. There was loads of mistakes last year, loads of mistakes the year before, so it doesn't bode well for the start of things. But it's just a mishap, and I'm not really for or against AI in terms of graphic. To be honest, that's.
Were you leading the charge here on the demonstrations, Graham, or nah?
No, not for me. I can see why people are upset. There's proper artists out there that could do with the work and probably do a better job. My thing is, like, it's not the AI, it's who's overseeing the quality control. Like, if we can spot this quite quickly as fans, why is somebody at EA not picking it up? That it's a simple mistake, and as James says, we want to go in the game. We were all hyped. The hype was getting better, and now we're like, well, you're talking about transparency. I can't even speak to say, but transparency, honesty, openness, and we're going straight in an error. I know if it comes push to shove, I'd rather they used AI images if it meant that there was more time to perfect gameplay, perfect content, things that actually matter on a hands-on basis than a visual. But that small caveat of like quality control is the main issue for me, rather than the actual picture.
Yeah, so I'm putting up the thumbnail I made Friday night when we did the show and talking about quality control. I can't really comment on that because I actually used that same image on the thumbnail, sort of overlooking that part that went wrong on his sleeve. And the text next to this part is awesome. So I'm the last person to actually comment about quality control here, I think, which is enough for me to say that this one slide, it happened before the season started. First time for everything, I suppose.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, by the way, fans,
agree.
for pointing that out to me right away Sunday. Yeah. But it means people were still looking at the thumbnail, James.
That's true. Definitely, John.
Try to
I
find
thought it
some.
was a belter, to be honest with you. So I'd be interested to see what the audience thinks of our thumbnail. I thought it was a very nice one. Very good one.
Thank you. Talking about what the audience thinks from this show on, and actually did last week as well, you will find one poll or one question underneath every single show if you listen on it on Spotify. There's multiple choices. Drop it below. Of course, just click the show. You'll see the question. Drop in your answers. We'll take that into coming shows as well, your answers. And if you leave a comment on there as well, we'll take that with us. But let's keep it a little bit more interactive, even through the podcast platforms themselves, shall we? Talking about icons, James. Of course, I have to give the word to a proper icon like you. And also, what's happening with icons when the game launches this Friday?
Well, John, I cannot wait to pack myself a Ronaldo or a Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Cannot wait. And then if I do pack Ronaldo, I think it would be the 4th year running that I'll pack a Portuguese icon. So that'll be good. But in terms of the icons, it is available, John, to whoever pre-ordered the game. Now, I didn't have this in my notes, but I believe it was it August 26th or 27th was the cut-off date?
26th, yes.
26th, and therefore, if you didn't order the game, then you weren't going to receive these shiny new cards. Now, also, I believe it works in the same way as the heroes that we had before. We get the base version of it, and then it upgrades through time. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, John, please. But also, I'm really delighted to see that we've got an opportunity to get an Iniesta. I think that'd be brilliant. Iniesta, first year being an icon. But I can't wait to see if we can get a Xavi and Iniesta and a midfield too. But you've got a good selection of cards there. But, I cannot stress enough, guys, it is for, if you pre-ordered it, so remember it. And if you've done it after the 26th, unfortunately, it isn't for you. But you never know, your luck could be on with other packs. But the packs the cards are looking nice. Not only have we got a new one in Iniesta, we've got Totti, fantastic. We've got Chiellini, I believe he's a new addition this year as well. We've got Morgan as well. She's always had a good card in FIFA FC, or FC when they implemented the women's game onto it. And then I believe we've got Toni Kroos as well. So we've got a few new additions to it. And of course, the big man, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So I'm looking forward to packing one of the top 4, but then in the whole expectation that I'll pack probably the bottom 2.
That's exactly what I was wondering. Who do you want to pack the most, James? And who do you think you will pack?
I would love to pack Ronaldo the most, to be honest with you. And then who would I pack? I'll probably get Bum Kun, to be honest with you. I can just see it now. Thursday night, 12 p.m. or a.m., and then that just pops out. Not a good night. But you never know. It could be a secret weapon in these selections. You never know what the cards are like until you actually get them. But I like the selection. It is a good selection. Would you guys agree? I think they have gave us a good selection, and it's an interesting choice.
Graham, what do you think? Do you like the selection, and who are you hopefully to pack, and which one will you probably pack?
The selection's okay. If we're being picky, we could arguably say we would maybe want some of the more elite icons in there instead of the bum notes, like maybe a Hullet or try to think who else would be good. The Maldini, but
Van Basten.
Van Basten, yeah. But beggars can't be choosers. As a Inter fan, this is my second club. Obviously, Ibrahimovic, Ronaldo, Marcelo, all played for Inter, so I wouldn't mind either of them. But as a kid that grew up on Italia United on Channel 4, I always loved Francesco Totti, absolute magician on the ball. And new cards, why not start with a new player that's not been used in a long time? So I'd like to get Totti.
Yeah, no, and I get that. Plenty of new icons. I don't think we should underestimate Oliver Kahn in here. I think that card would be really cool to have. I mean, can't say anything about who will I want to pack. I think Ronaldo is by far, of course, the most popular player of this selection. I do very much like Chiellini, and he's one of the icons I would love to have. Marcelo looks pretty cool as well. But the one I will get, right? It is going to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic with the Ajax kit, just smiling at me on day one. And I'm sorry, but I can't play him, so there's going to be an issue there. Yeah, and it's going to be so. There are also not many players, many icons in here that actually wear the original kit, right? Is AS Roma actually back in the game, Graham?
I'm not 100% sure.
Because if I look at the jersey Totti wears, he actually does have the original kit.
As obviously I said, Inter
Oh,
Milan,
it's a one-man club.
I know Inter Milan is my second team. I've looked up that they are still Lombardio and the kits are hideous, but I can have a quick look if they're back.
I don't know. Looks weird. And I think it's a bit shame when Ibrahimovic has the Ajax kit on it. Because else it would be pretty rad. And if you look at all the others, most of them, well, actually, Henry has the Monaco kit on him as well, of course. So I actually forget what I've said. Nevertheless, I think pretty cool. I quite like this, guys. I like this edition.
Yeah, me too, definitely.
But do you like, James, the fact we'll get split out FIFA points this year, or FC points? Because you get, the moment you log in, you get 2,000 points. Exactly 1 month after you have logged in, you get your second 2,000 points. And exactly 1 month after that, you get your third portion of 2,000 points. This is to keep the market healthy, I suppose. Or is it to be cheap, James?
a bit of both, maybe, to be honest. But then also, maybe, I don't know, but maybe it might factor in the slow the power curve with the selection of the icons as well. That could be a factor as well. But I think it's a bit of both, really. And having the 6,000 or the 4,500, what we usually get at the start, you're pretty much going to use all that the first night, really. Us FIFA players or FC players don't really have a lot of discipline when it comes to packs. So having 2,000 could be good, playing devil's advocate. But for me, personally, John, with the points, I'll probably just use it for the season pass each time and maybe do 1,000k on like gold packs or something like that. I don't need to worry about the season pass at the start because I believe that's part of the pre-order. So not only do you get the icons, you'll also get the premium season pass. So that's good for the first month. You're covered there. So I'd still just keep it, do the season pass and do evils pretty much, and I'll just keep the club untradeable. Really, to be honest with you, what do you think of it?
Yeah, and also, Graham, have you figured out if AS Roma is in the game?
They're actually back in at 25, I just read.
Yeah.
Not much that I noticed, but yeah, they are back in the game.
Oh, that's good. What do you think about the split FIFA points, or FC points, I should say, Grim?
I think it's the power curve, and I don't think it's been cheap. Actually, I think it's been clever in a way. So, power curve wise, it stops us from opening all our points straight away to devalue the market. But if you have a true desire to spend points, people are going to spend points. They're going to load up and they're going to buy points and blitz packs. So I don't think it's been cheap. I think it's been clever to try and force people to buy more points than obviously cheap out there in that way. My plan, obviously the season reward pass is free for the first month. So I think I'm going to go drafts and packs. I have some existing points that will transfer over. So I'll split it and I'll do drafting packs.
And just what you said there, Graham, could you explain to the audience? Because I think that's a big thing there, but you're saying that you've got the points and then it would just transfer over. Not a lot of people are aware of what you do. So your situation right now, you've got the points. What happens for FC26?
So like normal years or previous years, Trueboy and to announce first, and then EA announced it. Your points, if you have any left over from FC25, will be transferred over. It's a one-time transfer. So once you load into FC26 and you transfer your account over, anything that you have point-wise remaining will transfer over. Fortunately, coins do not. So don't, once you've went back in, do not reload any FC 25 points because they will be lost there.
It's an important one, though. I know there's a lot of people wondering about that one. Honestly, I don't have any points left or never do buy it early. But it's a good thing it's there, right?
Yeah, certainly.
You spend the money, you should be able to spend it on the proper game, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But buying packs, I don't know what to do with points, guys. I never do. I usually just spend them all on points and afterwards go into the corner of my office and cry a little bit about it. But this year, with the power curve being slow and with needing extra team depth, that doesn't sound like a too bad idea. And I'm not even talking about the crying part. I'm talking about spending points, of course. But I guess we'll have to see. Also different this year, James, is the graduated access. Do you remember what that all about?
The graduated access, what in terms of the transfer market, John?
Yes.
Right, okay. So yeah, I think it's if you haven't played FC 24 and 25, or maybe even FC 23. I think it was actually since FIFA 23.
Yes, FIFA 23, FC 24 and 25.
Right, perfect. So you wouldn't be allowed to access the transfer market until, I believe, objectives. So you need to complete objectives for that. However, I can't stress enough to the audience, if you've played the game, if you played the games that John just mentioned, you don't need to worry, you've got your access. Don't worry about that. It's just for new users, if you like, coming back and just, I don't know, maybe protecting the market in a way or something. I'm sure they've got a fantastic idea that I haven't got the terminology for, but that's the situation. It doesn't really affect me. I don't think it would affect you guys. Don't really think it would affect most of our audience, but it's there to be told. So,
Graham, is this here to be more of an anti-cheat system?
Yeah, it's to stop coin farmers basically. So coin farmers will regenerate new accounts flat out every day, every month, every week, every year. So to stop them just coming straight in, whatever way that they do it, whether that be through some sort of software or people actually playing the games, it means that it'll take them longer to get into the transfer market, make coins, and then sell them on in real world than just gives us a market that's not deflated or overinflated too quickly. So it's a good thing. Protects us.
Yeah. And I'd have to say, I read the PC notes for the release this week. It really looks good. Like, they say the right things. Of course, always have to watch out with the cheating thing, but I think the system they've got in place looks really solid. I hope it's going to be really solid. But graphical wise, for example, and all the extra options like running at 120 frames per second is now in the game or actually unlocked. So you can I think you can even go higher. Terrific news if you're a PC player, I think, and it should get more love. And hopefully it's safe and it's a safer environment, and there's more people that will be able to enjoy it for a longer period. That's only a good thing. What's also a good thing, James, is they changed match outcomes. What's going on there?
Finally, right, John? Finally.
Well, especially in Rush.
Yeah, exactly. And before we even explain it to the audience, I hope it does get implemented. I hope it's going to be correctly done, but time will tell. So after, I believe, 45 minutes, if your opponent gets a red card and quits, or you concede a penalty, not you, sorry, the opponent concedes a penalty and they quit, these reasons that I've just mentioned, and I'm sure there's other reasons as well, but the bottom line is, if they quit, then you get the win, which it should be, really, in all honesty. If your opponent quits with a red card, you should get the win without a shadow of a doubt, especially the penalty situation as well. So I would like to see it getting implemented, but we'll see if it's going to be the case. I really hope that their system really fine-tunes it and makes sure that they can tell from a dashboard quit. So hopefully, they did say, I believe in the notes somewhere, that would be the case. So I hope it is, John. I really do, and time will tell and see if it's going to do what the tin says it's going to do.
I think the big win here is that it actually says one of these conditions have to be met. So the conditions are 45 minutes has passed, the disconnecting player concedes a penalty kick, or the disconnecting player received a red card. But that doesn't mean it has to be 45 minutes. So I think if you get a penalty conceded in the first 10 minutes and they quit, it's also a win for you. That's how I read it now, at least.
Right, okay.
Am I
That's
seeing
good.
that wrong, Graham, you think? Or
No, that's the way I interpreted it, but
Right.
I think it's one of the times where the EA's transparency so far this couple of months hasn't very worked out very well for us. But the way I looked at it, I think it was one of these three criteria must be met. And if I'm being a bit picky,
Right.
I wish that they went a little bit further, which would be if you score a goal and went 1-0 up or anything 1 up and somebody quit, you got the win as well, just to protect us from any sort of dashboarding or rage quitting. But do you know what?
that
Start
could be
off,
for cheating, though, purposes, if they don't figure out PC version.
yeah. So
Then
it's a good start, something to build on. So hopefully,
Yeah.
as James says, if they've mastered it the way that they're claiming they've got it, then it's a great start. It's a great building block, and hopefully, if it's not through this cycle, going into the next year's version, they work on it more and give us more protection from people quitting out games, and we actually get rewarded for not doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
and they also implemented a version of this into Rush, James.
Yes, they did, John. Finally, because I'm sure the
Maybe I'm
audience and
picking
the
up
whole
Rush again this year.
Exactly. Well, I certainly am, because I'm sure that the whole audience would love to have had this in place last year, but it's in now and it's here to stay. So it's very, very good that, for example, now if your opponent quits or a time wastes or any of these things, then your opponent gets basically a timeout. They can't play the game, that mode, for a certain number of time, John.
50 minutes on the first strike,
So there we go, and then you get another strike and another strike.
up
So
to
I
an
think
hour.
up to an hour. So there you go. So I think it's fantastic, to be honest with you. I think we'll all agree that Rush was fantastic last year, but the community killed it, in my opinion, anyway. So this is a welcome change and a good change, a change that we wanted. Again, another positive thing for me. So I'm looking forward to that, and I cannot wait, to be honest.
Graham, yay or nay?
It's another year. It's another thing to protect us, reward us for playing fairly and decently. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to bring back the FUT IN review legend Hwang again. Can't wait to get him out on the pitch again.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome, though. Now, so I absolutely loved Rush when it came out. We did a couple of episodes on it. We made a team. We played every single day. But after a month, I had games where I logged in and I was the only player actually trying to play. Or, I mean, I get the players not passing, but the players not even playing. That just did my head in. I just quit Rush completely. And after 3 or 4 weeks of actually playing, I have not touched Rush after that. Just not at all. Not for objectives, not for anything. It's just something I can't wrap my hand around. This year, these introductions are really cool. And you can play a goalkeeper. I am very much looking forward to actually go back into Rush.
I bet you certainly are, especially that with the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But it's designed to improve the experience for everyone else. So that's the main thing.
Definitely. It's a good thing. We'll talk about gameplay and we'll talk about the responsiveness, James, on Friday show, I'm sure. I think that's an important one, but we have to figure out how it actually holds up on Thursday before we say something about that, shall we?
Yeah, so we can actually have a experience on it, not just guesswork. Yeah, definitely.
And I want to share something or discuss something which makes me even happier. I could play a sound that actually represents the hype train, but guys, they fixed something and they actually showed it as well. I'll put it on screen if you're watching the YouTube version or the Spotify Visuals version. They fixed something very dear to my heart. Not only did they nerf finesse shots differently, but guys, finally, the goalkeeper has great movement when they actually attempt a finesse shot. Plus, goalkeepers actually raise the correct hand, I should say, to actually stop this. So if you're looking at the images, it shows a FC25 finesse shots, which goes in top bottom, and you see an FC20 6 finesse shots, which the goalkeeper actually stops. Same shot, same position, goalkeeper in the same position, but the goalkeeper steps out further and raises his other hand to reach even higher and actually stops this ball. And I've been freeze framing this all day. This is going to be my background. This is going to be the video I will keep playing. This is absolutely amazing. And I don't mind finesse shots at all, guys. Even when green time's gone, I don't mind it. I do mind the ridiculous goalkeeping that was with it, and it did my head in for years now. It looks fixed. It is fixed. Are you guys as excited by this move as I am? Let's start with Grim.
Maybe not excited as you are, as you're in the goalkeeper union, but it's another fix that we can't complain about. We've complained for years about animations not being right. So first of all, fixing an animation that we've all complained about, so keepers will actually use the right arm to, or as you said, the correct arm to actually make a save. So you're not having that hopeless sinking feeling every time that finesse goes over your keeper's head. I know last year I did take your advice by using keepers with the far reach gold playstyle, and it minimised it for a good degree. And then another wee cherry on the cake for this one is just there's no green time this year, so there's no abusing these amazing angles, amazing poor animations with the green time. So again, it's one of the things. It's everything just seems pretty good or really good, and can't wait to get my hands on it just to see how it actually turns out.
James, I can imagine you're not being that excited as I am. Maybe a little bit of enthusiasm here.
Well, John, you're looking at this from a different angle. I'll play a champs game. I'll probably play absolutely brilliant, bearing in mind I'm playing with my feet. Then the opponent, 90th minute, does a glitchy finesse, boom, I lose. So I'm looking at the screen right now, and I'm just moments before my eyes. That shows that won't happen again. So that'll be good. If pretty much now, if I lose, I lose. It's my own fault, or someone's better than me, not just a glitch. So that's good. So yeah, definitely. I'm not in the goalkeepers union, far from it. but it's a good change. It's a positive one. Another W in the list for EA at the moment.
They're racking it up. Let's see how long this positivism stays going next week when we actually have the hands on the game. Grim, we run through the patch notes. We run through the launch notes. We've prepared for the game. We've given some tips. But Friday, the fence is open. We can go in. What is the one tip or one thing you want to recommend to people starting on midnight?
One advice. Remember, the game's a year long, so if you open your packs and you don't get the big player, it's not the end of the game straight away. So chin up, work away, and you will get somebody decent down the line, but getting somebody big out the gates isn't always the end all and the be all.
Good. James, anything you want to recommend or advise the players starting this Friday?
Yeah, two things, John. First of all, subscribe to Foot Coaching from the Patreon. Will help you out. Also, as well, on the other side of the coin, my tactics, Twitter, and you'll get tactics. But on a more serious note, just take it as it will. Do you know what I mean? Don't get too, I didn't pack that player or that player. Everyone's got value this year because you'll need 54 players anyway. And say you don't get anything in your packs or your initial packs, you get the 54 players, you win the gauntlet, and then you get a big player. So anything can happen, really. You need to be in it to win it. So I wouldn't worry about that. You just buy the ticket and see if you can win. That's all you can do. And then in terms of gameplay, I would just stick to a formation. Don't change it. Just do a simple 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. Just get used to the game mechanics first, and then alter as you see fit. So I would just chill, just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? It's out Thursday, perfect. Just take it one step at a time, really, to be honest, and that's it. And just always have composure, and remember in the gameplay, the most important thing is your first touch. Cannot stress that enough.
Which has a new button, which you should practice.
exactly.
Very important. Good advice from both of you. What can I add? If I should add something, I would say make sure you don't compare yourself. And never in this game, but especially during the first week. Share your team, share your wins, share your victories, share your highlights. All good, and enjoy each other highlights, I'd say. Share your pack pools. Please do go ahead everywhere you can. But guys, if I back a good player and you guys don't, or the other way around, it doesn't mean a thing. Like you said, the year's a long year. Don't make yourself unhappy by something you did not get. And that goes for results as well. That first week in this game is all about getting a head start. It's all about grinding it out. Results don't matter. Sure, it's nice to be up there. If you reach Div 2, 1, Elite, you'll be playing against the pros that got the game early and just go, hey, like go mad, right? But the most important thing is you get enough points to qualify. The most important thing is you get your points in, you get your squad battle rewards in, you get your draft experience in, you practice your new moves. Please don't focus on results and don't focus on comparing yourself to anyone else. James.
Yeah, certainly. And also as well, just to touch on that, focus on really everything, like in terms of like share your failures, because your victories are going to be even sweeter, so it's not always the positive. Do the negative as well, and time out the time it would even itself up, and also as well focus on do squad building challenges the first 20 minutes or so. Try and build up the packs, do the objectives, do the moments, if that's such a thing. I don't think it is now, actually, thinking back on it, the moments. But do the objectives, do your squad building challenges. Just basically get enough tickets, if you like, the packs, and just see what you get. Do you know what I mean? And just go for it.
And play Rush with friends.
Aye.
Yep.
These counts as well. And I think it's important to have fun, which is always important. Don't focus on
rush.
results. Makes it a lot easier. I will make sure there, if you're a Patreon supporter, you get Discord access. In the Discord, there is a certain rush section as well. So in the coin servers themselves, there's rush sections. There is, I think there are a couple of chats there as well, where you can just hop on with your microphone and jump in with your team, have a chat while actually playing. It's really good fun. And of course, once we wake up, I can definitely see you don't have kids yet, James, because you say it's on Thursday, and we say, it's Friday morning, really early for us. But I think Friday morning or Thursday night, if in your case, there's going to be loads and loads of Rush being played. And you can find us all there as well. So join up and have fun. Thank you so much, guys. I am actually really eager, really hyped to get going. Just a couple more days left, 3 days of Champions League, and of course a Feyenoord midweek football match, I think, as well. Besides then weekend Rush. Let's play. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys will enjoy this game as well. And if that's all for this, let's see you next Friday, James. And it's time for us to drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
F U
T.
F U
T.
F F F U
T.
F U T
T.
T in view F U
T.